Hello, my fellow Nigerians. My name is Fadri Oluwadare Joseph, aka Father Joe, the leader of Rescue Movement for New Nigeria and the former presidential aspirant on the Labour Party. I want to thank Mr. Asari Dokubo, who came out publicly after visiting the president to talk about illegalities going on in our oil sector in the Niger Delta. The oil bunkering, the oil stealing, and so many illegalities that is going on in the oil sector. The only means of raising money, the only means of survival of our country. Within the last 62 years, the only thing Nigeria can point to as resources that we're using to fund our country is the oil. And when everyone has the opportunity to do anything, they go after the oil in terms of stealing, diversion, and all that. And that was why the subsidy was important to be removed, though there were hiccups to the way it was removed. But having said that, Mr. Dokubo has not said what is completely new, because we all have an idea of what is going on with our oil in the Niger Delta. It is so sad that a lot of time, even the citizens and community people are part of this illegality. Because no one in government can commit illegality in a community without also the members of that community participating or be a participant one way or the other. There is always a willing participant, and that is why we have so much that is wrong in our country. Very few Nigerians are patriotic, and millions are just looking for how to enrich themselves. But it is good if we are coming to a point where Nigerians are beginning to see the need to be patriotic and to speak out where they need to do so. And in the case of Asari Dokubo, it is good that he is speaking out. But Mr. Asari Dokubo cannot also claim not to have benefited from what is alleging. But one thing, though, that Mr. Asari Dokubo failed to realize is that you cannot generalize the whole military, the whole navy, as doing oil bunkering, doing oil illegality business. I think it's very important that to understand that Nigeria has the most finest military, navy, and police in the world, even though they have their shortcomings. The whole military cannot be involved in oil illegality. It is just few heads that are doing it. And it would be better to mention those few heads than coming to generalize the whole military, the whole navy, as responsible for oil theft in our country. We know that that is not true. So please, Mr. Asari Dokubo, if you're going to help the government, I think what you will do is to highlight names of those you understand. You have an idea because you are a player and you are part of the system and you are part of that region and you know what is going on in your region. You have an idea of those who are doing these things. The best will be to list up their names and let their names be at a desk with proofs and facts and evidence to Mr. President, so that Mr. President can remove them from the military and from the navy. If you do that, you'll have been honest enough that you want a change in your country, you want a change in your region, than completely generalizing that the whole military and the whole navy is corrupt and involved in oil theft. That is wrong to do, and I know that the Nigerian military and navy will not take it lightly to hear that you rubbish the whole institution that they are responsible for oil theft in our country. That there's some bad eggs does not make all of them bad eggs. So it will be very good for you, because I know that all of you there in Niger Delta also know people that are doing all these things. So all the people that are doing all these things, why don't you help the government to fish them out so that we can put our country on a path of recovery? If we can bring oil theft to barest minimum, even if we are not able to eliminate it completely, we will have enough money to fund most of the projects of our country and not borrowing abroad anymore. In the next couple of years, Nigeria will be able to return back to its oil boom that it used to be in the olden days. So I want to beg Mr. Asari Dokubo and other people that as you are going about trying to be a whistleblower to how we can make our country better, let us be cautious and be careful of how and what we say. Secondly, I have a message to Department of State Security, DSS in Nigeria. We appreciate what you are doing by picking up Emefiele, by picking up Bauer, and those you think are so corrupt and are a threat to the security of Nigeria. But it's very important that when you do this, make information available to the public, not only on print media, because many Nigerians are not educated to read the newspapers. Let us have a press conference where spokesperson of the DSS can talk to Nigerian people and let Nigerian people know the reason why Emefiele is being in detention for now and for how long it will be. I support Emefiele's arrest. I support Emefiele's arraignment in court. If he's found wanting for every allegations that we have been hearing that he has committed, then he should face the music. No one should be above the law, and no one who has affirmed to defend the country should defraud the country. If they do so, they should pay for it. Thank you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless everyone. God bless you, and God bless me.